Now, this is something that happens very normally to everyone around us. Whenever a person gets power, we human beings have this tendency to misuse it. Like, suppose if I talk about on a very small level, what happens if a teacher makes appoints a person as a leader or monitor of the class? Suppose it is a boy or a girl, whosoever it is. So what the person would do? The person would actually give more favor to his or her friends, would actually give advantage to his or her friends. Now, this is a very common thing which happens to everybody, every individual on the earth. This is something very common. Anybody who is given some sort of power or advantage, we are in a trend of misusing it, maybe for our comfort, maybe for whatever reason it could be. So people, they usually do it, and that's what exactly happened with Griffin. Though he has created a huge blunder by misusing his power, but that's what it is like basic human tendency, and everybody is going to do it. And just for the sake of his comfort and some money, he actually committed this huge blunder. Like, he would have become the greatest of the great scientists, because he actually did such a huge discovery, but because of his foolishness, he actually ended up in prison. Now, we can say that Griffin was a brilliant scientist but a lawless person. Now, this is a very important question, and it has also been asked in your boards many times, that how Griffin was a brilliant scientist but not a lawless person. Griffin was exactly a big time, huge, brilliant scientist, because he discovered something that most of the scientists would actually fail to do. Because imagine, is it even possible? If we see it other way around, it is not even possible to discover something that could make you invisible. But this person actually did a discovery. So it is a great thing. But all the lawless things he did, like from the first, if we talk about like the burning the house down, and then stealing the money, then pushing the people out of the inn, Mr. and Mrs. Hall, and then also beating them with furniture, then beating the constable. He has done back to back so many lawless things, which does not make him a good person at all. He is a great scientist. We cannot deny that. We cannot deny the fact that he was a brilliant scientist. Scientist is on one hand, but if we talk about how a person he is other way around, he was not at all a good person. He was a lawless person who should actually end up being in a prison, because if not, then he is going to commit such errors very frequently, and he would be actually giving a lot of troubles to people around him. And because of all these troubles, he himself gave him the tag of lawless person. So this was all in this story.